Melton, and I'm recovered from binge eating disorder. Thank you so much for coming out to the walk this morning. Whether you're walking in memory of a loved one or in honor of a friend, your being here is important because it means that there is hope, and hope is what I really want to talk to you about today. In reflecting on my own recovery, I determined that hope for me is a puzzle piece, or a puzzle made up of 5 pieces. The first of which is be brave. A little over 4 years ago, I had moved back to Ohio with my husband and young son. We bought a beautiful house. I was driving a brand new car. My son was in private school, and my husband had an amazing new job. I sat in this beautiful house, and I cried. I cried because it was 6 months until my 40th birthday, and I couldn't bear the thought of one more diet. I cried because my mind and my heart raced, and I didn't think they would ever slow down. But mostly I cried because I knew I was using food as a drug, and I didn't know how to stop. On July 20th, 2012, I did the bravest thing I have ever done. I walked into my therapist's office for the first time. If you're new to recovery, I won't stand here and tell you it will be easy, because it won't. Recovery is the curviest, bumpiest, detour-laden road you will ever travel. There will be days when you are driving along with the top down, radio blasting, smile on your face, and a roadblock will come out of nowhere. There will be days you swear your foot is duct taped to the gas and the car is stuck in reverse. But then one day you will come around a corner and see a scenic overlook of a distant place where hope lives. And you will remember that the good outweighs the bad, and that this is a fight worth fighting, that you are worth fighting for. So when you pull out to the road, you'll be a little more cautious this time, but you'll keep driving. About 6 months into recovery, I walked into my first yoga class. 2 things happened that day. First, I found what my body had been longing for on my yoga mat. I finally understood what my therapist meant by movement for the joy of movement.
Yes!
On my mat, I can forget about the world around me and truly connect mind, body, and spirit. The second thing I found was my people. Through yoga, I found like-minded, genuine women all on a similar search for a little peace in their lives. So this brings me to the second piece of my puzzle. Find your tribe. Seek out those who lift you up, who light you up, who fill you with love. Life is too short to waste on anything less. My tribe is made up of these women, of my amazing husband and son, my therapist, who I count as one of my biggest blessings, and all the people who inspire me. The family, friends, authors, speakers, do-gooders, and recovery workers. 18 months into my recovery, I sat in front of my computer, scared to death to hit the publish button on a blog telling my story to the world. On January 1st, 2014, I started Oh How She Blooms, and announced my eating disorder to the universe, or at least anyone with an internet connection willing to read a girl's blog about her eating disorder. Seemed like the universe. I kept telling myself that if I could help just one person, then my eating disorder would have had a higher purpose. By starting my blog, I discovered the third piece of this puzzle: speak your truth. My truth may sound familiar to yours, or it may not. But the beauty of your truth is that it's yours and yours alone. So when you strive to look like the girl on the magazine cover or act like the perfect child, you will always fail, because there is no such thing as perfect. And by trying to be perfect, You're denying the world the gift of you. Part of discovering your true, authentic self is remembering, or maybe even figuring out for the very first time, what truly makes you happy. The fourth puzzle piece is seek joy. Take time to notice what makes your heart sing. For me, it's yoga, dance, music, photography, traveling, and the ocean. This brings me to the final piece of the recovery puzzle, which is simply to show up. The brilliant author, Brené Brown, is part of my tribe, whether she wants to be or not. Her books are extraordinary. In her book, Daring Greatly, she includes this quote from Theodore Roosevelt. "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." So remember that by showing up today, you are daring greatly. It does not matter how much victory or how much loss is in your life right now. The only thing that matters is that you are in the arena. Hope lives in the arena. And those who have hope have everything. Thank you.